Privet comrades, keep home. Yeah, I know it's dark because it is like 6 a.m. So I'm gonna try and talk loud because my heater is on full blast because it is 40 degrees right now, which in Texas that's not a normal temperature, especially in October. But it's also storming, so my windshield wipers are on. So I'm going to be shaking a lot. I guess basic update. I can't say much about it, but it's been going okay. Yesterday I got officially CPR certified. So it means I can help you out if something goes wrong. Really cool. It's been storming here for the past few days. Cars floating. So it's been really bad. Tornado warnings and such. And I learned the difference between a warning and a watch, which is really cool today. A tornado warning means the conditions are possible for a tornado to form. A tornado watch means it's already been spotted. Which I never knew that. I thought that's pretty cool. Because I've never known that, so it helps a lot because, it makes me not freak out over every warning, because I'm like, oh, just a warning. So I really wasn't freaked out. They're like, tornado warning, find shelter immediately, but I'm just like, yeah, it's just a warning, because now I know what that means. So, I always thought it was the other way, right? Tornado warning means warning, it's here, and tornado watch means you need to watch because it might come sometime. I always thought. So I had them backwards, but okay. You come hello. Let's see if I can make it. Sorry, I'll talk more once I'm on the highway. I'm kind of still in the city, so I don't want to just like turn or something. Once on the highway, it's a straight shot. Once behind me, which is great. I hate people honk at me because I'm like, I am an extra cautious driver because I don't have depth perception, so I usually wait till the road's empty completely because I don't know how close the car is. It could be a foot away, it could be like a mile away. I can't tell. So I'm always really, really cautious when I drive. Okay, there we go. Road's clear. But I hate when people are behind me because it makes me feel really nervous. But they're like, move now, and it worries me. Let's see. Storm, CPR. Today I'm supposed to get a tour of the campus. They said it's raining. We'll have to reschedule it. And it's storming here. I'm going to assume it's at least raining. So, sucks. Why is it so fucking cold? Something big I wanted to talk about, but I want to try to get the small things out of the way first. I got my official pair of scrubs today, finally. I had to buy some really expensive ones because I'm a weird size. So I had to buy like extra small petites to even for my height is a main issue. And then on the top, I had to buy a pretty expensive top because I can't do the deep knees, which almost every top has a deep knee because it shows my binder. I can wear a shirt underneath it, but it literally works for the winter. When it gets to summer, I'm already wearing 2 layers because I have my binder on. I don't want to add an extra layer to that, that's just, I wouldn't mind where the other was, if I didn't if I didn't have a binder, like, you know, if I had like a regular chest, you know, I wouldn't mind it. But for this I do, so I found an expensive one that is like really, really short. And I like that. It only goes like right here. Right, you know. Let's say my binder's like right here. So it works. That's great. A funny thing is I'm still on my old work app, so anytime a new schedule's posted, I get alerted. And I'm like, I can figure out who's working today and who I want to go bug at work, you know, because I still have the schedules. It's kind of funny. Okay, now it's heating up. I guess I'll just get to the big one. My sister is pregnant, and it's the one who doesn't have any children yet. And admittedly, I was a bit iffy in my reaction to that. Because yay, I'd love to be an uncle to more children, you know, like more nieces and nephews or whatever. Like, that'd be great. But this sister absolutely hates children. I mean, she's good with children. She just doesn't want to even be in the same room as them. She just doesn't like kids. And her entire childhood, she told us how she doesn't want kids, ever. She doesn't want to adopt, she doesn't want anything. She'll babysit, but she doesn't want, you know, her own kids. Fair enough, you know? So when she told me she was pregnant, I was kind of confused. But, you know, I was like, okay. You know, cool. And I did a simple, are you happy? If you're happy, then I'm happy. You know, a simple question a normal sibling would ask. And she got so mad. Like, you know, how dare I think she's not able to do something herself? Like, how dare I think that she, you know, can't get her own happiness, I guess. I'm insulting her boyfriend by insinuating she's not happy with him. It's a whole stream of stuff. And I was just like, you know, no, a simple question a normal sibling would ask. I asked the same thing about my other sister when she got married. Are you happy with this guy? And she just said yes. And that was it. And I was like, good. I mean, it's just a normal sibling response. And my sister has always been straightforward. Always. Like, she's always said, you know, yeah or no to whatever question, even something big like this. And so I even let her know, you know, the fact that you're acting really defensive is scaring me. You know, are you okay? Because, you know, I'm worried about you. And she's like, you know, saying that I was saying she wouldn't be a good mom and everything else, and I was like really insulting. And I'm like, no, you know, nothing against you being a mom. You basically raised, you know, me and our younger brother. But, you know, it's like nothing against you being a mom. You just never really wanted to be one. And I didn't want to think, you know, you're doing this because your boyfriend expects you to or something. And especially because of our history. Even if you didn't know the history, you know, that's a simple question. But also, my sister and I have both been in situations where we got pregnant because the man basically said we had to be with him, and we didn't want to lose him. And, you know, so we got pregnant that way, and it happened to both of us that way. And in her case, she had an abortion, which I won't judge whatsoever. And in my case, I had a miscarriage. So, you know, I'm just, with that past in mind, especially, you know, just make sure, are you happy with this situation? Because, you know, if you are, great. But if you're not, you know, how can I help? Do you want me to tell everyone you had a miscarriage? Because I can do that. Like, you know, if you... Like, I'll gladly cover up if you have an abortion. Because that's how much I care about my sister. I didn't say that directly, you know, I just said, you know, if you're not happy, you know, what can I do? Because, you know, it's just, you know, because I'm willing to do everything for her. I love my sister. Well, she took it as a big insult. And then there was a number I didn't know started texting me. And, you know, if you have something to say about me, say it to my face. Or no, if you have something to say about me, ask your sister, because I would never force her to do this. And there was a whole big stream of like cussing, like entire page of cussing. How horrible I was and everything else. And I didn't respond to that. I'm assuming it's her boyfriend. I mean, who else can I assume? But also, I didn't respond to that because it's none of his business. It's a simple, are you happy? Yes, great. The end. Like, that's it. It takes like 2 seconds to respond. And then we can go like, okay, cool, what do you want me to get you for baby shower? That's like all it takes. It's a normal conversation, you know? And the fact that she's freaking out was worrying me. And I even told her, I'm like, you know, nothing against your current boyfriend. He's great. I'm sure he is great. Because I've only met him like once. I was like, I'm sure he's great. I just am asking as your sibling. Are you happy? Well, you know, still took it against him, the personal attack against him or whatever. And what worries me more is that he was insanely nice the time I met him. Like, you know, joking around, trying to like become my brother, like, you know, being like an insanely nice guy. And the fact that he just flipped like that, it really, really worries me, because that's like #1 sign of abuse, that you would just like change like that. You know, the second someone's slightly mean to you, you just snap. That's, you know, very, very worrying, because what if they have a disagreement one day? He's gonna snap on her. You know, it's very, very scary. Very, very worried about that. And I'm worried about her because, you know, she was, you know, again, not just responding a normal response. So, like, you know, something's going on. You know, I'm worried about my sister. And, you know, so I just said something, you know, I was like, I told her, I'm like, you know, I didn't mean any offense by this. To any of you, you can just say, yeah, I'm happy, and that's it. You know, it's just a simple question a sibling would ask. But, you know, if you don't want to talk about it, I'll let it go. You know, I gave her the chance of just, I'll let it go. Like, I'm still going to be worried sick, but, you know, I didn't say that. I was like, okay, you know, I'll just let it go. And maybe wait a few days for it to cool down and then text her again or something, you know. But I was like, you know, whatever, I'll let it go. And then just huge test about, like, how dare I am being insanely selfish somehow. I still don't understand that logic. This is why everyone hates me, because I butt into other people's business, apparently. I'm absolutely insane. This is not a normal sibling response. Which, I mean, it clearly is. And even if it wasn't a normal sibling response, in an abusive situation, it's definitely a response you would ask. You know, given our history, it's something you would ask. Maybe if it wasn't our history, like I asked my other sister, are you happy with your husband? She said yes. And she'd never been in a bad situation. Like, it's just something you ask, you know? You want to make sure your siblings are happy. You don't just assume they are. You ask how everyone's doing. I mean, maybe it's just because I have a psych degree and I care about people's emotions. I don't know. But that's just what you do. But yeah, she says, you know, this is why everyone hates you, about everyone's business. And she's like, you think everyone hates you because you're trans, but it's really because of this. Which I never really thought anyone hated me. I thought my siblings and I were close. So that worries me. Are we not close? Like, what happened? Is something I don't know about it? And I'm forbidden from seeing the kid or being in the kid's life whatsoever. I am blocked on her phone, and then a whole stream of like cussing and everything else. I didn't text back to see if I really was blocked or not. I just, you know, I'm going to assume I am. But I have no idea what the fuck's going on. You know, like, this isn't a normal conversation people have. Very worrying. And I showed my boyfriend each of the messages. And this boyfriend has always been very objective, I guess is the term. Like, if he doesn't agree with me, he'll flat out say, man, you are a moron. Like, he has no problem saying that. Like, he'll flat out take the other person's side, no questions asked. Like, he'll just be like, no, you were wrong. He'll do that. And he read the text message, he's like, what the fuck is wrong with her? And he's like, that's like a scream that she needs someone to help her immediately. Like, he's like, that's like, she is in physical pain currently. Like, in the middle of being beat. Like, he's like, that is what that is. Which worries me, because that's what I viewed it as, too. Well, not in the middle of it. I viewed it as, like, it recently happened or something. Or maybe just that it might happen in the future. But he's like, that is like a scream for help. In fact, the boyfriend changed so much, it's even more worrying, he said. And I got a third opinion on it. Because I want to make sure I'm not overreacting. When I texted one of my friends, and she was like, oh, no. Like, you need to get there immediately. Like, leave work right now and get to her house. So they're both thinking she's in major, major danger right now. Which is, if two people think that, then, it's really worrying that my sister is in danger, I don't get emotional about this. And it's like, and again, it's nothing against the baby. Like, if she wants to have a kid, that's great. I mean, if she wants to have a kid with that guy, that's great. Maybe not now, because he seems like an asshole, but, I was fine with it. And the fact that she's freaking out is making me freak out, because that's not a normal response someone would have. And I mentioned to my grandma, I didn't say the full conversation, but I was like, hey, you know how Sam's doing, my sister. She was acting kind of weird yesterday, so I want to make sure she's okay. And she's like, oh yeah, Sam's pretty good. She's been really sick though lately. And it's like, so they okay, maybe that's why she was acting weird, but still it doesn't really explain it. I kind of get it though, a little bit. When you're sick, you don't want to talk to anyone, you're just like, fuck off. You wouldn't say nearly the thing she said, but I kind of get it. And I could get if someone's like that angry all the time, then you're around them, you're like, I don't want to deal with this shit, you're making her angrier, like, shut up. So I can kind of get the boyfriend thing, but I still don't want to try to rationalize that. That's not a normal situation. And the last time my sister did this, getting really defensive and saying, I'm fine, not even just straightforward saying she's fine, like being like, how dare you think I'm not fine? The last time this happened, she was on drugs. And I'm not saying she's back on drugs again, but I'm saying it could be a similarly bad situation, because she's always been straightforward with her answers. In fact, now she's not. It's really, really worrying. I know she told me she also stopped taking her medication, which is really worrying because, she has mental illness. Plain and simple, we all do in my family. And there's a reason why you take your medication. There's a reason why medication exists. Plain and simple. So, it's not against her in any way, shape, or form. You are sick, you need medication. I never would straight up say that to her. Because she says she's handling it, so I'm like, okay. But, now I don't know what's going on here. Because maybe it's a mental illness thing, maybe it's a mix of all that, maybe she's doing some stuff she shouldn't be doing, maybe she's being abused. Like, I can't figure out what's going wrong. Maybe it's everything. But, I'm terrified for my sister because I love her. And I really am worried about her. And I've considered reaching out to my other sister because, she reacted normally. She came straight forward and be like, yeah, that's a normal question. Like, are you okay? Because, and maybe she would listen to her. Being like, if two people say that you're acting strange, then maybe you are acting strange. But at the same time, I don't want to try to make it like, I don't want to turn my sister against her as well. Like, I don't want my angry sister to think everyone's teaming up against her. Because that makes you close up. That's the typical thing. If you're already getting really defensive, if more people are going against you, you're not going to just be like, yeah, I was wrong. No, you're going to panic and tense up and not talk to anyone, It's just what you do. And I decided to give it some time. I've been panicking the entire time. But I'll give it about a week or so before I try messaging her again. Because when she gets mad like this, It's very, very rare that she does. Well, she's the type of person that she won't apologize, she'll just like unblock you. She's never been mad about this to me, but she's done it with my mom before. And she'll just unblock without saying anything. And we'll only know because she'll respond to a message or something. And maybe she never blocked to begin with. I mean, maybe she just calls the bluff every time. But, that's the right term, right? I think so. Cries wolf, that's the term. So maybe she never actually blocks anyone. I don't know. But, you know, I know with my mom, you just wait a while, and then she'll respond. So, maybe. And, you know, I'm really torn up because, you know, I want to give her time to cool down, but I'm also terrified that maybe in a few weeks she won't be here. Whether due to drugs or abuse or suicide. Like, I'm worried about her. I'm scared shitless about her right now. And maybe I'm overreacting like she'll be dead. But, you know, I'm really worried about her. But, you know, I love her. She's my sister. I don't know. I already have 2 other opinions on it, but, you know, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on it if I'm overreacting somehow. If you have any suggestions for how to get better with her, I don't know. She lives about 2 hours away from me, almost 3 hours away. So it's not like I can really just, like, appear there. But, you know, I could maybe plan to go over this weekend or something. And my other sister actually lives right, like, really close to her. So if needed, we could do some sort of intervention thing. But again, if you bring multiple people against you, you're just going to close up. I don't want her to just close up, because then we're not going to get anything out of her. And she's definitely not going to say anything with her boyfriend nearby. I can definitely see that. I don't know, guys. I'd really like to hear the suggestions there. Maybe I am overreacting. Maybe this is just how normal people behave, and me and my other sister are weird. It's possible, I suppose. But it's like, you know, I'm pretty much positive this is a normal sibling question. But even if it wasn't, you know, given our past, it's definitely a question you have to ask. The rain's picking up, so I'm going to try to talk a little louder. I don't know if you can still hear me. Well, yeah, it's a normal, you know, because it's happened before. So it's a typical thing that you would ask again about it. Like, maybe with someone else you acknowledge it may be possible, but not probable. But since it's happened before, you'll acknowledge that it's pretty probable. So it's a question you ask. But I mean, I'd ask anyone. I wouldn't just ask her. So, I don't know. I can't shout any louder and the rain's getting a lot worse. So I'm going to have to end the video. Yeah, tell me what you think, guys. So, see you at home, signing off. Bye.